Got a request through YouTube to check this map right out here. This is Tunnels of Darkness by BAWSE. BAWSE. I hope I'm pronouncing that with the correct gravitas. Should be BAWSE. BAWSE. You know, it's kind of an ohm. If you meditate, you should try, like, you know, just sitting in a lotus position going BAWSE, BAWSE. You'll probably seek enlightenment, or at the very least somebody will walk in and think that you're talking about, you know, body parts. In any case, this says the Tunnels of Darkness says my second attempt at custom geo. Play this map. High numbers make me feel better. It doesn't tell me anything about the map, unfortunately, but it does say, okay, we're doing some custom geo exploration. That map ID, by the way, is 8K845MV5. Currently sitting with 3 plays, 1 upvotes. Now, I'm guessing this is in the review queue. If it's not, it should be, because it looks to be earning its stars. And some of these tags are interesting. So, like the "play this map, please" one, and the sort of frowny face. One piece of advice I'd like to give real quick when you're doing your custom tags, first off, you only get 5 of them, so you want to make them count. You want them to be things that people will legitimately search for. So, you know, when you sort of like use long phrases and things like that, like that sort of distracts it. What my suggestion is, if you're picking tags out, you type your tag in, and then, like, first off, see if anybody else has already used the tag, and then glom onto that one. Don't necessarily like invent your own tags, because, you know, you want people to find you through your tags. In any case, again, map ID is 8K845MV5. Let's take a look at that author profile. BAWSE has played 19 hours and 17 minutes of SNAPMAP content, accumulated over 423,000 SNAPMAP points, currently sitting with an 82% upvote rating after publishing 18 total maps. And again, we're going to go ahead and check out what is going to be this user's second attempt at custom geo in Tunnels of Darkness. Let's check it out. We're starting the match, and we appear to be in a dark tunnel, and some demons are coming, and we got the old dice show, which is good at the very least. Alright. Hey, demon guy, check it out. I'm in my badass armor. See? Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Alright, come on, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, don't have grenades. Alright, so, you guys are not very effective. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty cool little tunnel area here. Looking pretty good so far. Little crack through showing the skybox beyond. I like that. Flaming dude, that's weird. Okay. How are you doing that? How are you getting that flaming effect? That's pretty cool. That's I kind of want to study that and figure out how to make that happen on purpose. That's cool. Alright, so, alright, we got one area goes this way, and one area goes sort of this way. Oh. Man, that is really cool. I want to figure out how to make dudes that sparkle and flame like that. That's kind of neat. We got back here some gore nest action. Alright, let's boom the tumas. Booming them tumas. Get on up. Alright. So these guys really do seem to be I'm not sure what's going on. The pinkies seem a little derpy. I don't know if anybody else is reading that, but the pinkies do seem a little derpy. Now this is cool though. I like it. Alright, so we got another boomer tumor right here, which, oh, that's interesting. That's being used as a kind of a door, almost. And, alright, so it's blocking the way. So we can't go that way, is basically the moral of that story. And so we're going to go this way. Around the corner and into this other area, so. Whoa, hey, buddy! That was an interesting little gank there. Whoa! Likey. That was clever. Like, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say it was pants pooping, but it was definitely like, whoa. Well, you know, no spawn effect, just around the corner and blam, you're getting a fire to the face. That's really Good enemy placement there. I like that. Alright, so... Is the corpse wearing the armor? That's awesome. Alright, well, sorry, now you're naked, buddy. Little naked corpse. There you go. Alright, so now we got some... Okay, got some Blinky Geo over here. That's usually what happens when you have two pieces of Geo that are at the same height and overlapping. So that's a little weird looking. Whoa, what's going on here? I think you got some cracks in your Geo there. Some slight adjustment would fix that. What do you got here? Ooh. Little hidden Argent cache. I like the lighting in here. That's great. I love... been experimenting lately with like how to use the deep darkness that gets created when you block all the natural light in the grid room. Oh, that's neat. Okay, but I have no idea what that did. Some player messaging would be nice there, because I have no idea what I just did. Alright. I do know what this does. This booms the Tuma. Alright, oop. Yeah, okay. Sure. Alright, that was a weird little noise there that just happened. I wonder what's going on there. Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe that's a secret or something, but it probably isn't. Alright, well, moving right along. Okay, so what did that do exactly? Okay, so did I... Oh, this is where I went in. So... Oh, what do we got here? Alright. Okay. Boomatuma time, and... Oh, the Protector! He is the Protector. He will protect you from yourself. You will be perfectly safe, because nothing can happen to dead people. Whoa, what's that? Whoa, that was weird. Okay, again, no idea what that... I'm wondering, was it there to indicate when the fire strips were about to come up, I guess? Alright, whoa! Hey, guys. There. Alright, so I'm hearing, Grimbledy groans? Okay. Okay. And I see a doorway. So where's this lead? Okay, so... Alright, whoa, okay then. Let's just take care of that, Toot Sweet, right? Cool. So, whoa, hey, hi. Okay, so that gets me up here. Is there something over there, though? Whoa, that was just really sort of odd. I don't know how that... Like, yeah, something's sort of pushing me, like, weirdly over there? There we go. Loading. Can't have them both, I guess. Alright, so what do we got? Alright, so... Oh, is this that, Ooh, okay. So this is... Yeah, this is the other side of that. Cool. Which... Okay. Can't seem to hit the switch, so... Does me no good. Oh, okay. Oh, weird, okay. I swear there's another one over here somewhere. Okay. Thank goodness for all this fire, because it's, like, otherwise this darkness would be almost completely unplayable. But the fire is definitely helping out with the silhouettes and stuff. Did I see another? Okay, no? Okay, well, let's continue our journey down this craggly hallway here. Alright, was that Blinky Geo, or was that just, problem with the draw distance. Yeah, you got some blinky geo. Okay, so what causes that? If you watch the rocks there on the thing there, where you can see the grid room wall, what's going on there is that you've placed your objects so that they overlap the grid room wall. And if you do that, then there comes a, depending on where you stand in the grid room, it kind of like for a second thinks that the things don't exist, and they blink out of existence, and that can do some. Okay, so you're probably having that same problem with your skybox. So what you want to do is just adjust the objects so that they're actually within the boundaries of the grid room a little better. And oh my goodness, holy cow! Look at this place. Oh, that's so gross and horrid. I love it. But yeah, your mushrooms are blinking. Same reason. All right, giant ritual chambers, and oh my goodness, this place is so spooky. It's awesome. All right, so blinking mushrooms aside, it's pretty cool. Not seeing ammo pickups or anything like that, so this is going to be a wild ride here. What do we got here? We got a place to put a core. So was I supposed to get a core before now or something? Or will I get a core eventually, I wonder? Let's find out. Alright, Boletus Regem. It's not you, apparently. It's one heck of a mouthful on that name. I'm guessing it's this guy down here is Boletus Regem. Alright, well, let's see. Alright, and oof. Okay. Need to start putting these guys in front of me. Oh, and thunderbolts, you say? Jeez, this got all kinds of cluster poopy. Alright, where's this going to start me? Alright, and I have no idea where I'm at here. Oh, is this, area outside the chamber? Okay, well. Okay. Not really making tactical decisions firing into the dark like this. Oh my goodness, more of them? Okay, this battle seems a little mix-baggy, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not really getting a general theme apart from, hey, let's just throw literally everything at the player and watch him go for it. Terrible. I mean, at this point, I'm thinking that we're dealing with functional immortality here, so it's not a huge deal. I mean, but I'm not seeing what I would call a pattern or a sort of way that this could be like mathematically dealt with, if that makes sense. It's really just sort of a, you know, crunch until you make it situation. Also, are there more than one Baron? Because if that's the case, one thing with boss fights is you got to be able to tell your boss from the other guys. I mean, unless deception is literally the point of the boss, like, but like, yeah, generally speaking, oh come on, all right. Yeah, and that was Boletus Regem, and now he's back up to 50 because I couldn't get to him. But that's me. That's not board design. That's me. But in any case, yeah, like just with no idea whatsoever, I can't prioritize a target if I don't know which one is Boletus Regem. And in this particular situation, I don't feel like obfuscation is really adding to the challenge so much as it's making it more of a sort of annoying slog. So see, like, okay. Alright, kill him, please. Bloop, there we go. Picked up the heart, that makes everybody else go away. Okay. Alright, so I'm guessing this is the heart. Right, that gets us up here. Still very cool. Oh, this is awesome looking. So, alright. Into the teleporter. That brings me back here. Okay, does that do a thing, or does that just let me get through? Okay. And, what now? I guess, is the question. Sacrifice heart. Okay. Okay, well. Apparently they didn't want me to sacrifice the heart. I wish I'd have known that. I could have, it's certainly not my goal to offend you demony folks. I mean, I realize you guys have a very robust culture and, you know, your own native customs and stuff. And I'm not trying to offend, man. I mean, I did dress as a demon one time for Halloween, but I apologized about it. I mean, you know, I completely understand why that's insensitive to demon culture. So, yeah, so I just don't do it again is all. And what is even this? I'm a bit on the lost side here. Alright. Okay, a little bit of grid room showing there. You want to be careful of that. We got access denied. Okay. I have a long way to go to find out I wasn't supposed to go this way. This is definitely a board that I think would benefit from some POI work. Just to kind of make sure that your player's not aimlessly wandering and killing the flow of your board. Or I should say the pacing. I mean, I'm sure the flow is just fine, but the pacing is kind of ground to a crawl at this point. And it really gives me kind of time to see sort of like... so, like, one thing you might want to do in those cases is, like, you know, where you're seeing grid room through the cracks, is consider, like, just putting another piece of geo, like again here, this, you know, just putting down a piece of, like, rocky geo, rocky blocking volume that will sort of conceal those cracks a little better. Alright, I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next here. Yeah, when you got a big sprawling board like this, like, not knowing what to do next is going to be a problem. And I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing next. There's no objectives, no POIs, nothing. And I have no idea. Okay, let's try this one more time here in this area. Maybe I just missed a thing maybe there's something obvious that I'm missing here. It's been known to happen. I am kind of an idiot. Nope, just more grid room here. I am completely lost on what to do next, and yeah, so I think what has to happen here is I'm just going to terminate and give my feedback. I definitely want to give this a vote up because, you know, I mean, a lot of work, is ambitious, and you can tell that there was definitely some thought going into some of the encounters. You know, there's some experimentation going on, and that's something that I feel needs to be fostered. So, I mean, and I genuinely like the look and the feel of the board. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and give that a vote up for bosses and custom geo. And I think, you know, I don't know why it hasn't been tagged for single player, but should be. Okay, so, yeah, and we'll recommend for that. Okay, very good. All right. So, with this level here, I think what's going on here is this is definitely some experimental stuff going on here. Again, this person is saying, okay, this is the second time I've done a custom geomap, and here's the thing: I feel like a lot of the fundamentals are successful here. You know, a lot of the fundamental stuff. The the reason you want to get good at custom geo is so that you can make boards that, yeah, that challenge the player's expectation of what is about to happen next. You know, one of the problems with like just sort of using like your standard SNAPMAP modules all the time is players get familiar with them, and you know that familiarity is a completely different kind of play. You know, but with custom geo, you can create situations that a player, you know, doesn't have an expectation of what's about to happen next. And so, you know, I am all for people experimenting and getting good. And in the spirit of that experimentation, and in the spirit of that getting good, it's very important also to get some good feedback on what it is you've done. And so I think the feedback I would give Tunnels of Darkness here is that we're doing great with the fundamentals. And so what I feel like we need to do is narrow in on some of the more specific things. Now, first of all, when you make these sort of like exploratory boards, you do have to find a way to sort of direct the player's attention, you know, in sort of a positive way. And now there are going to be people that they want to play an experiment, they want to play an exploratory board and not be led by the nose, and that's fine. And so those people don't like POIs. Then you've got the other side of the coin, which is people who pretty much need POIs, or they're just going to get a board and quit your board. And so Spindleshanks just recently did a level on Golgotha, I believe it's called, where he had a really great sort of compromise system in there where none of the weapons had the alternate fire thing, and he instead mapped the left trigger so that every time you held it down it made a POI pop up. And I feel like that's probably the best compromise, is basically find a button. I like using like the leaderboard button, because you know you can just set it to do nothing in the gameplay settings and then remap it to like do whatever you want. So mapping the scoreboard button to maybe pop up a POI and let you know where the next thing is, you know, is one way of handling that. Either way, I do feel like that one thing that this board needs is some better way of directing the player's attention to where they need to go next. It's too winding and sprawling, and ultimately everything sort of looks the same after a while. So because everything is so samey and you're lacking like some really like what I would consider really solid landmarks, then you know, for the sake of like keeping the flow of your board going, then one way of dealing with that is just like maybe just something with POIs, or something in the environment that says, okay, go this way now, or something, you know, those things. Secondly, that second boss battle did not really feel like a legit boss battle. What it felt like was just having a bunch of mobs thrown at me. And, you know, it can be fun. I mean, especially when you're dealing with functional immortality where you just can't die. Like, you're just going to constantly keep coming back. Obviously, it's not a problem. It's, you know, eventually you're going to beat the thing and do the thing. But it doesn't really feel like there's a pattern. I couldn't get a sense of a pattern, or like it just felt like all the mobs were just sort of like spawning up in the middle of the room, and every time you kill one, another one comes by to take his place. And then to top it all off, there's no way to tell the difference between the boss and any of the other creatures, so you can't prioritize them as a target. And being able to prioritize targets during a boss battle, especially a hectic boss battle like that, it's very important to being able to strategize, and it's that strategy that makes boss battles fun. When you have like no structure of a strategy in there, when there's no way for the player to strategize, it's not as much fun. It just becomes frustrating. And so, you know, and you know, like I said, the only thing that's mitigating that frustration is that there's no permadeath. So I would say that boss battle, if it were me, I would want to revisit it and try to like make some sort of a strategy involved to that boss battle. Other than that, though, I mean, you know, if you're a person that likes to explore, this is definitely a very explory board. I would say it's like its strongest suit is its exploration. And because I do have limited time throughout the day, I can't really spend too much time when I get lost. And again, that style of exploration is not something I'm a fan of. But generally speaking, if you are a fan of just you know nobody holding your hand, you're just going to go explore some caves and look for and try to discover how to get out of it, this is a great map for that. That's Tunnels of Darkness by BAWSE. That map ID one more time is 8K845MV5.